Hello, my name is Rod Conybeare, and I'm here to bring you another adventure of Leo in the Wonderful Country, made available to this station by the international service of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, for all children and those of you who ever were children. As you probably remember, Leo is a boy who discovered that if he crawled through the cardboard box in his basement, the one his last tricycle came in, he'd find himself in the wonderful country where all kinds of amazing and amusing creatures live. Well, today, Leo's going to tell us about one of his most curious adventures entitled The Voice of the Turtle.
It was the first day of spring in the real world. It was sure just right for it where I live. Almost all the snow had gone and you could play outside without a jacket or anything. And the sun was shining and there were all those new smells that you smell when it gets warm. And I probably wouldn't even have visited the wonderful country that day if I hadn't had a fight with my best friend, Hubert Stokes, over who'd play goal in street hockey. I walked away from that game as mad as heck. I came into the house and I slammed the door and I went down to the basement and I crawled through the cardboard box into the wonderful country. Or at least I might meet some nice friends for a change. It was a summer day like always in the wonderful country. And to tell the truth, I missed the spring in the real world. I was walking along the main road and just passing the dill pickle trees when I heard...
Come, gentle spring, ethereal mildness, come. And from the bosom of yon dropping cloud, while music wakes around, veiled in a shower of shadowing roses, on our plains descend. Oh, yes.
It was the dragon, who'd been named after his grandmother, like to be called after for short. And Seymour Snake, my two best friends. They're coming down the road reciting poetry to one another.
For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers will appear on the earth. The time of the singing of birds has come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land.
Hey, After, hi!
Oh, hello, Leo, dear friend and gentle boy of all our hearts. Hi there, Leo, old buddy and pal. It's the first day of spring, Leo. Hooray! The year's at the spring, and days at the morn.
You guys are crazy.
What? Crazy to be overjoyed that the vernal equinox has vernal? Or does it nox? In any case, we are hopeful that spring has arrived weather-wise as well as calendar-wise.
Yeah, but it's always summer in the wonderful country.
Well, of course it is.
So how can you get excited about spring when you don't even have it?
Of course we don't have it. That's why we're going to where it is. Yeah, we've been reading poems and things about spring. And after and I decided that we love spring. And so we're going to where spring was invented to see if spring has really arrived.
Where's that?
Where you live, Leo.
You mean the real world?
That's right, Leo. We're going to crawl through the cardboard box and see what spring is really like. Has it really arrived, for instance, Leo? Is the snow almost gone? And is the weather fair to the face? Is the voice of the turtle heard in your land yet, Leo?
The voice of the turtle?
Oh, that's from the Old Testament of the Bible, the Song of Solomon. It says that when the winter is past, the voice of the turtle is heard in our land.
Well, I haven't heard any turtles talking.
Oh, then winter can't be gone.
But it sure is a nice day today.
Oh, how sad that spring has not arrived on time. You may be in for more snow and sub-zero awfulness.
On the other hand, I haven't seen any turtles to know whether they're using their voices or not.
Then you can't know if spring has really arrived. Yeah. Leo, let's all of us go to the real world and search for a turtle and see if he's talking, so we may know for certain whether spring has really arrived.
Yeah, but what would Mom and Dad say if they caught me coming up out of the cellar stairs with a dragon covered with bathroom scales? And a snake with polka dots wearing a green fedora with a big yellow feather in the brim.
I guess they'd say you're nuts.
Well, what would the kids on the street say?
Oh, they'd say you dropped your marbles, flipped your lid, and were likewise ready for the funny farm.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys,
Wait a minute! Why don't we turn invisible after, and then no one will see us? If we whisper, no one but Leo will hear us. Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Hey, can you guys turn invisible?
Of course, can't you?
No.
I guess human beings haven't learned that yet.
How do you turn invisible?
Well, you know that you can turn to left and right.
Yeah.
And you can turn around.
Uh-huh.
Well, one turns invisible halfway between turning left and turning around. Let's show him. Are you ready, Seymour? Oh, wait till I uncurl. There. All right, Seymour. Start turning left. Yes. Now, just before we're fully left, stop.
And they were invisible. I couldn't see them anymore at all. Even after scales sounded invisible.
There we are, Leo. All ready to visit the real world.
So, I led them to the cardboard box, and we all crawled through.
Smell that air. Just like the poem says, it certainly feels as if spring is here.
You can't be too sure, though. It might snow tomorrow.
I guess only the turtle will know for sure whether spring is really here or not. Where would you suggest we look for the spring turtle, Leo?
Well, let's see. There's a golf course at the end of the street and woods along the edge of it, and sometimes I've seen turtles in those woods.
Good. That will be our destination.
There was nobody in the woods at all, so they turned visible again when we got down there. We walked and walked and walked.
It's great fun to walk through damp, soggy leaves, an entirely new sensation. It tickles my dragon's tail pleasantly. Let's rest. I'm getting tired slithering through all these leaves. It's wet down here. Here's a fallen log. I think we can take time out to allow Seymour to recover his breath.
Okay.
Well,
guys, not a sign of the spring turtle.
well, never say die.
Why not?
Die is the singular of dice. We're not playing a dice game.
Leo, do you have a handkerchief?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you dry me off? I'm not used to your damp, mucky ground here in the real world.
No,
Would you
that's
do
how
that for a buddy?
Spring is, Seymour.
Well, anyhow, give me a few pats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, and wring out my hat while you're at it,
Yeah,
will you please?
okay.
Listen
Yeah.
to that bird up there. Oh, he's certainly whistling up a storm. Hi, bird. Have you seen the spring turtle?
After. Birds can't talk in the real world.
Especially when I'm just beginning my spring medley of grand old popular favorites.
He talked.
Oh, hi there.
I never heard a bird talk in the real world before.
Did you ever try to talk to a bird?
Well, no, come to think of it, I don't think I ever
If you
did.
don't talk, you're not liable to get talked to. Well, is the interruption over? May I continue with my spring medley?
I guess so.
Seeing as how we've broken the conversational ice, you might like to hear the words also.
Well, sure.
Spring is here, why doesn't my heart go dancing? Spring is here, why isn't the waltz entrancing? Maybe it's because nobody loves me. Spring is here, I hear.
Very good.
thank you very much.
Say, you're a good singer.
Yes, that was Spring is Here by those grand old songwriters, Rogers and Hart. For my next number, I shall sing,
Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Bird. Are you sure spring is here?
well, it certainly seems springy today. We were looking for the spring turtle to make sure it's here for good. The spring turtle?
Well, After and Seymour says that in the Bible, that when spring comes, the voice of the turtle is heard in our land.
Well, I can't recall ever hearing a turtle talk, but then I spend most of my time in the treetops. Maybe their voices wouldn't carry that far, you
Have
see.
you seen any turtles anywhere?
Well, there's always old Tristram down by the willow trees.
See a turtle?
Well, he was the last time I looked.
Well, if he was a turtle then, why wouldn't he be a turtle now?
Don't turtles regularly turn into butterflies?
Of course not.
Well, what is it that turns into butterflies?
Caterpillars.
Caterpillars, of course. Yes, I always get those words mixed up.
Gee, caterpillar and turtle don't sound anything like each other to me.
Well, they do to me, but then I've only got a bird brain, and you know what bird brains are.
Leo, let us cut short your fascinating conversation with Mr. Bird and find the willow trees and see if Tristram is there.
Will you lead us to Tristram, Mr. Bird?
Oh, gladly. Follow my tail feathers.
That's a turtle, all right.
Give him a nod and see if he's home.
Okay. No answer.
This may be a bird-brained idea, but then I never have any others. If the voice of the turtle means spring is here, and if the turtle wasn't talking when we arrived, then it doesn't matter if he answers or not. The point would be that the voice of the turtle was not being heard in the land.
How do you mean, Mr. Bird?
Well, the turtle would have to be singing or whistling or shouting with springy joy on his own, as it were.
I see what he means, Leo. If the turtle isn't out of his shell and saying, huzzah, and hooray for spring, then I guess we must face the bitter fact that spring has not arrived as yet.
Ah, heck.
Look! A turtley head! Hey! A turtle head just came out of that shell. Ooh, isn't he ugly? Likewise, his 4 feet are out. Yes, that's a Tristram, all right.
Well, you wouldn't expect any other turtle to be in his shell, would you?
Listen, the way people move around these days, he might have sold his shell and moved to the States.
Tristram, but we're sorry to knock on your shell and bother you and all that, but we were wondering if the voice of the turtle has been heard in the land, so we'd know whether spring was here to stay or not. He's starting to walk in the mud.
He's going over to that stick. He's picking the stick up and his tiny little turtle gums there.
Hey, I think he's writing a message in the mud.
Let me see what he's writing. Turtles can't talk.
Oh, and he's dropped the stick.
He's going back into his shell. Well, this is certainly a disappointment.
How could you ever hear the voice of the turtle in the land if turtles don't have voices? It must be a mistake.
How could there be a mistake in the Bible? Ouch, ouch. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what's wrong, Mr. Bird?
I just scraped myself the millionth time against this crazy thing that they put on my leg here.
Let me see. Oh, it's a little piece of metal.
When I was a baby bird way back last year, some great big human creep climbed up to my nest when Mom was away and put this thing on my leg here.
Oh, yeah. Don't they call that banding or something?
Of course, they put little bands on birds' legs so they can tell where they come.
Uh-huh.
Let's have a look at that, Mr. Bird. Fly over here. All right. I've never sat on a dragon's nose before. Don't breathe fire and singe my tail feathers. Let me see. It says, Crabtree County, West Virginia. Turtle dove nest number 456.
What does that mean?
I guess, Leo, it means he was born in Crabtree County, West Virginia, and he's a turtle dove. A turtle dove? A turtle dove? The voice of the turtle is heard in our land.
It didn't mean a turtle. It meant a turtle dove.
A bird.
And he's been talking and singing all this time.
Oh, hooray! Spring is here.
The voice of the turtle has been heard.
Welcome, spring. Welcome, ethereal mildness and all that jazz.
Hooray!
Oh,
it's really
wonderful.
spring at last.
And all
That's
this
great.
time, I thought I was a blue jay.
So there you have another adventure with Leo in the wonderful country. What happened to him on the first day of spring of this year. This program is made available to this station by the international service of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation for all children and former children. Our producer is Annette Gibson. Our technical operator is Don Logan. And the sound effects were made by Alex Sheridan and Bill Roach. Leo is Jackie White, and I'm Rod Conybeare. I'm here because I write the script and do all the other voices, including Mr. Turtle Dove, who now says, "Listen next time, please."